Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Welcome to High Vibrational Kings. This is a channel for people that want to better themselves in life. Shout out to anybody holding on to their energy, breaking bad addictions, and trying to become a better version of themselves. Alright guys, so in today's video, I want to talk about how when you go on SR, when you cut off the hub from your life, you will have flashbacks, man. Right? This is something like very important, like something I want to bring like awareness to you guys, is that when you're on SR and you cut off the hub, you're trying to do better for yourself, you're not trying to be controlled by your lower nature, you will have like these random like memories, whether that's like old videos that you saw in the past or past experiences with like women. These memories will kind of come to the surface, or you just start like randomly thinking about it. Because, you know, when you're retaining, guys, you're holding on to that sexual energy on purpose, right? Obviously, you're using that energy in a more productive way. That energy that you're building up from retention, you're using it as a tool to better your life. You know, and at the same time, you're going through like this rebooting process in your brain that you're trying to get your mind on the right track. Prior to SR, your mind was always focused on the wrong things. It was always focused on lust, on releasing, on hooking up with these chicks or whatever. But what you come to realize, guys, is that like when you start retaining and you cut that off, sometimes like you will have like these random memories. Like you just start thinking about like these old videos that you've seen, or just like these experiences with these chicks that you had, and it'll make you feel like, well, obviously it'll give you like a urge to like go back to that or whatever, man. But this is like kind of like a battle like within yourself that you have to overcome, right? It's literally like a battle, man. Like it's a spiritual battle. At least it feels like it, man. Like it's just like a part of your brain is like thinking about this, and then another part of your brain is like trying to focus on the right things. So it's kind of like that analogy where it's like the devil and the angel on your shoulder. You know, the devil is over here, you know, like planting thoughts or like memories of things that you've kind of might have gone through like in your life. And then like this side is like the angel that is like, you know, is trying to, it wants you to do better. It wants you to like not be lusting, not be like doing all these dark things that you might have been doing, like just always releasing that energy with no purpose, right? And just being miserable or just being like in the dark. So it's just like a battle that you have to like go through, guys. It's like, it literally is like a battle when you have like these like urges, I guess you could say. But it's like, it's very mental, right? It's very mental when you have like these thoughts, like these memories, because that's like something that you've kind of like created over time. It's like something that you created over time. So now you have to go through like the process, and you either have two choices, guys. When you have like these memories, or you just have like these flashbacks of like things that you might have gone through back then, or just like videos that you've seen, or just experiences that you had, that's like a time where you have to be very like aware of your thoughts. Like, where are you going to direct that energy to? Are you going to go watch the hub? Are you going to go back to your old ways and just destroy yourself mentally, spiritually, physically? Or are you going to ignore that, you know, be the observer of your thoughts, not the absorber? Observe your thoughts and continue on with your life. You're always in one decision away from a totally different life. What you do right now in the moment is going to determine how your future is going to be like. So do you really want to be consumed by your old ways or old habits and not grow, right? You just be like average, just be a depleted Coomer? Or do you want to do greater for yourself? Do you want to do greater for yourself and use that SR energy that, you know, that comes from retaining, obviously, that sexual energy, that life force energy? Do you want to use that more productive to your advantage? You know, SR is very powerful, guys. It's very powerful, but it could be very like difficult at times, you know, when you start having like these flashbacks and memories and all these things, and you get like these urges because you're holding on to all this like power. It could be difficult sometimes, but that's why it's very important to transmute your energy. You always need to be like, it feels like you always need to be doing some type of physical activity. That's like the best way in transmuting your energy, is just working out, man. Just like get your body strong, get your mind strong. And another thing that I've noticed, guys, is like with these urges, they actually develop your character. Like every time you defeat a lustful thought, you don't give into it. You continue retaining and just being on your journey, just trying to improve your life, not feeding into lust, not feeding into the things that you might have fed into in the past. Every time you do that, guys, you level up bit by bit. You level up a lot more, and like these blessings kind of just start coming into your life. You know, because like I've talked about this, guys, like how when you're retaining, you just seem to attract like a lot of abundance. You get rewarded for your hard work, like your dedication to try and improve yourself. And you know, whatever you believe in, man, like the Most High, God, the universe, it seems to like be in your favor more when you're doing what you have to do, when you're just retaining and like trying to better your life, man. Things kind of just like go in your favor. Like I said, like SR, it could be difficult, but at the same time, it's very rewarding. It's a very blissful journey. It's very blissful, man. Like you feel like way more happier. You feel more authentic. You feel like a true version of yourself when you're holding on to that energy. But like I said, with great power comes great responsibility. So when you have like these memories, these flashbacks, these urges, it's very important to redirect that energy somewhere else. Like when that happens, guys, it's a battle. It's you versus you, per se. You have the ability to give it power. You know, your thoughts aren't really you. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind those thoughts. So it's up to you if you want to give it power or not. But another thing that I recommend, guys, when you're on this path is to remain sober, right? Remain sober and vigilant. Because when you're sober, you're very aware of your thoughts and your, the things that you're thinking of. You're more aware of it and you're more in control of the outcome of things. But when you're like drinking, guys, especially when you're drinking, you become influenced by the alcohol. Like I've mentioned, like all my past relapses have been because of alcohol. So that was a sign right there that I needed to stop drinking, Well, there's a lot of signs to not drink, guys. It's just alcohol is poison. It's just brings a lot of destruction in your life as well. But things like alcohol, it just kind of like blocks your intellect. It just makes you do things more on an emotional level. You become less logical, right? So when it comes to retention, guys, it's very important that you should be sober so you could be very aware of your thoughts, so you don't get sniped out of your energy. You don't get sniped out of this journey, because it's crazy, bro. Like it really is, man. You have to be very aware and mindful of what's going on, because it's literally like a journey. It's like a self-improvement journey. It's like nobody's gonna take it but you, and nobody has gone what you've gone. Like, how do you say, like nobody has gone through what you have gone through. So it's like you go within, right? And it's kind of like you're doing like the shadow work, like you're working on yourself and you're just kind of like cleansing yourself out. So it's all about resisting, guys. It's always about being like very observant of your thoughts and deciding where you want to direct that energy to, because like I said, it feels like a spiritual battle. Sometimes it feels like you're like in the middle, right? And then this is like the dark side, and then which is like lust and the hub and just releasing and all these things. And then this is the light side, which is like retaining, being on your purpose, working out, taking care of your body. So like when you're all like when you're in these when you have like these urges or these lustful thoughts, you're in between that. You're in between these two realms, the darkness and the light. And you choose which side you want to be on. Okay? You can't be like, like you can't be like in two different spots and then expect like to be like, how do you say, like to be abundant. So it's all about like just being more focused on what you want to do, right? It's all about being in control of your reality. Don't be like a slave to your mind. Don't be a slave to your thoughts. You control where your thoughts go, man. Like like I said, it's like your higher self. It's kind of like your higher self versus your lower self. Your lower self always wants that instant gratification. It wants pleasure. It wants like, all these things that kind of like destroy you in a sense. But like your higher self, it like wants better for you. It just wants like, just a better quality of life. And like every day is just like you put in work, and what you do, like I said, what you do right now will determine how your future is going to be like. So it's just something that you guys need to be aware of, is like when you have like these memories and things like that, keep your body moving, right? Like just do something to transmute that energy. Don't let it like overconsume you. Because guys, like you don't want to be like influenced by like this negative energy. And it's a battle into evolving, right? It's like literally a battle that for yourself. It's like for a battle for your soul, pretty much. Like you're always like in this yeah, man, you're just like in this state of like good versus evil, in a sense. Like like how is your life gonna be like in the future? Like, are you still gonna continue doing this and be in the dark and just be lacking like in your life? Because bro, it feels like we're living in like some crazy ass times, bro. Like straight up, I feel like a lot of people that know about retention, they know about it for like a reason. They're like woken up to the fact that they need to stop doing this. So it's not the same anymore, guys. Like obviously, like back then when we were doing that, we didn't know any better. We didn't know what we were doing. Like we didn't know like how important it was to like retain. We didn't know all like the how demonic like these sites are, and the destruction that comes like that comes in your life when you're doing that. But now that you have like this new awareness, now that you've discovered retention, it's like you have this bliss like in your life. So now you have to fight for that bliss, right? You can't be so easy to fold. You have to build up your spirit over time. Us back then, when we had like these urges and these things like that, would just automatically give into it. And that just didn't bring anything in our life. It just brought like all these mental problems, all these distractions, and just like it kept us at a low vibration. But when you're on this SR journey, guys, and you're trying to retain your energy, you're not trying to look at lustful things anymore. It's literally like a battle. It's like almost like this world doesn't want you to be positive. It doesn't want you to be like have this high energy out here. It doesn't want you to go after your goals and be abundant in all areas of your life. So it's kind of like you have to fight for this power. You have to, you know what I'm saying, guys? You have to fight for this power. You have to fight like the good fight. Because it's so easy, guys. Like it's so easy to release and go on these sites or sleep with these chicks and things like that. But that's not the point, man. Like it's like if something is worth it, it's always going to be difficult, guys. The things that are always easy, they're not really worth it. So all these things that people are doing nowadays, it's easy, but it's not worth it in the end. Sometimes it's more worth it putting in work, being disciplined, and just doing the right thing. And then all those things are going to pay off. You're going to get blessed. God is going to bless you. And yeah, it's just a journey, guys. There's a lot of trials and tribulations. It just like you learn over time like a lot of things about yourself. And that's just what I wanted to talk about, guys. It's just like these flashbacks and things of that nature, and just to look out for them. You know, always like transmute your energy somewhere else, guys, so you don't go into that cycle again of self-destruction pretty much. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.